Hi, I'm going to show you how to get set up on WeVideo. As you can see in the address bar here, I've typed in wevideo.com. You're going to take your cursor and go over to the right hand side to log in. Once you're in login here, you're going to enter your username and your password. Your username is your email address and your password is your first initial, last name, and OIS. However, some of you have an account already, and I'll show you how to merge those accounts in a moment. For now, I'm going to log in with Google because that's the way mine works. Okay, now that I'm here, I want you to look at the top of the screen. In the left-hand corner, you have WeVideo, which is always how you'll get back to the dashboard. There's projects and there's media. What you should do is before you even start your project is you should ensure that in your drive, you would have already set up a folder, which you should be able to see here, labeled and all ready to be imported. Inside here, you should have your videos labeled properly and your images. Remember, when you import, you can only import picture files that are PNG or a JPEG. You can't import PDF or anything else. Anyway, so here I am back to WeVideo. I'm going to projects to start a project. See, I already tried to start one here, but let's start a new one so you can see, create a new project. I am doing grade 8 science interview. This project is about, I'm going to work collaboratively. I'm going to select my members that I want to include. And if I already had media ready imported, I can do that, but I don't have that at the moment. And now I get to create my video. Okay. So as you can see here, hang on, I'm going to move this out of the way because it's in an essential section here. You see that there is places for you to hold videos and audio files. Up here, stock media is just some templates and things. Let's start with my media. What you're going to do first is you are going to import your media. So I'm going to import my media and I'm going to go to my drive. Oh, it might not like it because I'm in incognito. Right, this happens sometimes. Your alternative is to put it on your desktop. Or, because you're on a Chromebook, you put it in your files in the download section. So I'm going to change to this. So say I'm going to grab a handful of videos. There we go. Okay. For your videos, you can also trim them. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my video, I'm going to put it in video number 1. If I want to trim the video, I simply slide it along to shorten it up. I can do it the other way as well until I get the desired length. You then can move it over, and you know how you can pick kind of the time where you want it to start with the scissors here to start and stop. If I want to add a second video, I would recommend that when you add it to another video section. You can do that, But what comes the troubling bit is then when we try to add transitions, right now there's not space. So if you want to add a transition, you're going to need to make a space for it. Okay? So you can do it either way. You have your choice. Don't add your transitions to last because you have to move things around a lot when you're trimming video. So let me trim this video up since it's quite long, just for our purposes. Trimming, trimming, trimming. Just so you know, you can see at the top line here, I'm already at the 9-minute mark. So that is quite handy that it does, because it gives you the time. All right, now you can see. All right. So I have my video in 2 separate sections, trimmed up to how I want them. I may want to add text. I would recommend this so that you can put it in to start your video. There's lots of different text that you can use as an option for introducing. Okay, so have a little scroll through, have a little browse, see what's going to work for you. Now, if you want to add it, you simply drag and drop. Leave some space for it. Sometimes it'll ask you to insert and push. That also works. I'm going to leave a little gap between mine so that way I can add my transitions afterwards. Once you're here, in order to adjust the text, you double click. As you can see here, it says primary text. I put in grade 8 by. You get some options of colors and everything else. The one thing with fonts, they usually choose a font that's fairly easy to read. Just remember when you're looking at fonts that if you choose something really curly, some of it gets a bit hard to read. Okay, so just be mindful that whatever you choose is something that people can read. Okay? Ooh, I don't like that one. There we go. Save changes. Okay. You can do the same thing with adding your pictures. Just put it in next to one of your video files. If you need to speak over a picture, I'll show you how to do that. I'm going back to my media here. Here's an image. Let's say I want my image over here. I am going up here to narrate. I've put my cursor over here. I'm over here. I'm adding narrate. I'm going to click allow to use my microphone. I'm going to click record. Gives you a nice little countdown. Here I am testing my audio. You can listen to it, which is kind of handy, so that you can decide if you need to record it again. Always make sure you have a listen because sometimes it chops you off. And I've learned it's a good idea to kind of not stop it right away. I probably stopped it a bit quick because when you add your transitions in, they cut a few seconds off, or at least a second off the end. So it saves my recording. You can now see that it's matched up in the audio down here, or it's called itself a voiceover down here. You do have the options that if I just had, say, a blank picture, just a regular old face, let's put in someone here. And I wanted audio, there is lots of different selections that you can pick here. So like before, you can listen to it and you can trim it, just like so. Okay, now adding transitions. You can pick which one you like. I've often done rainbow. Sometimes plain is best. As I said, the transitions, what you will find is they will cut into about 1 second of your video. So whatever you're doing, it's a good idea if you can to leave a little extra time on the end of your video. So don't finish it right away. And as you can see here, I'm moving my mouse around a bit because this is where it takes a little bit to get things lined up. So I need to move my picture over, and then I need to move my audio over to match. I'm going to put my next transition in. There we go. Put it right next to it. And if you need to, you should put your references here at the end. You should have a reference slide. You can do that within making Google Slides, and I will show you that in the slideshow. Your last step will be to click the magic word finish. Oh, it's still waiting for me to import stuff. When you get to finish, there is, oh no, sorry. I don't want those. Okay, now can I finish? What it's going to do is ask you whether or not you want to download it. You should download it. I have had many problems when I tried to save it directly to Google Drive with it importing, especially with our Wi-Fi at school. So my recommendation is to go to download. Anyway, if you have questions, please send me a message. You know where to find me. I will also have a Google Slides with some of this stuff so you can take a look. All right, good luck.